I forgot to turn on my background light. Curtains were kind of dark, wasn't a lot of contrast there, so we're going to record it again. We're going to record it again. All right, what fun, right? User error is something that just kind of happens in my life, and more than I care to admit. In one of my previous videos, I kind of crucified the a6700's IBIS. I called it straight trash can water. And it turns out that maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, it's still not rock-steady level stabe, but after tinkering with one of the settings I found tucked away within the stabilization menu, I do think that stabe is noticeably better, especially when shooting with unstabilized lenses. So, if you're anything like me and feel as if your a6700's IBIS leaves a bit to be desired, consider sticking around and let's check it out. Where I got it wrong. In this instance, the source of my user error came from me not exploring the menu system and acknowledging that stabilization is best when configured for the focal length that you're actually shooting with. I mean, like, duh, right? I mean, it should go without mentioning that we are walking with an unstabilized lens. This is Viltrox 9mm f2.8. This is part of Viltrox's Air series of lenses. Very budget friendly, but definitely not a stabilized option. And I guess I should do a little narration here, provide a little context with this shot. Not trying to be careful, definitely not creeping around like a ninja, just holding my camera in my hand and walking around like I naturally would, enjoying the sun. But yeah, this is what it looks like to have image stabilization dialed in the settings for the focal length that we're shooting at. Again, I do think that it's usable. I think it's passable. I think that setting up the menu settings is definitely the move compared to just running and a gunning. But I don't know. You tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments below. So, we've walked around and we've talked with the a6700 paired with the Viltrox 9mm f2.8 Air. And I mean, as the 9mm is a bit more stabilized than what the Sigma 16 is when it's mounted on the a6700, I do think that toggling and dialing in your settings for image stabilization makes a big difference. A noticeable difference. It's still not rock steady level stabe, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. So here's what I did to set my a6700 up for stabilization success. In the menu system, click over to the shooting menu. That's the red option. Then slide down to the card labeled Image Stabilization. Should be about the 8th option. For me, I set SteadyShot to active. And the option right below that, SteadyShot Adjust, I set that to manual. And for the 3rd option, focal length, that I set to the focal lengths that I happen to be shooting with. In my case, that was 9mm and 16mm. Now, I shoot primes like 99% of the time I'm snapping or recording, so if you're using a zoom, your mileage may vary. But all in all, that's the long and the short of what I did to improve my IBIS Sitch. Final thoughts. So, I guess IBIS on the a6700 isn't completely trash can water after all. And if you want to see me arrogantly make an absolute fool of myself and expose my user error, then there's a link right here. Have at it. Also, for those of you fumbling around your menu settings right now, swearing that these settings aren't in the menu system, I'll throw the settings I used and the menu directions on screen. That way you too can set your a6700 up for stabilization success. Because, as we all know it can use all the help it can get. Alright. As always, I appreciate you for pulling up. I hope you got something out of what I had to share. If you stuck around until the end, kudos to you. And until next time, take care.